Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us once again on the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two amazing hosts, seven-time author Mr. E.L. Discipline, and with him always, Suhey Sotomayor.
Ladies and gentlemen, what? You were gonna say something else?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget merch. Got the mugs right
Oh,
here.
and
Got the
Vanna.
mugs right here. Um, we got
Hats,
you got hats. I got all this stuff. Tank tops,
t-shirts, sweatshirts.
accessories. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We know y'all fiends and y'all know what that means. We're serving you a dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely, well,
Well,
not everything is completely free.
what's free still?
We're on Patreon now for exclusive content, bloopers, behind the scenes, etc. But what's partially free is judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty, well, not plenty of liberty. We're on Patreon. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite roll of blunt, but make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and sometimes vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're here. Well,
Inhale life and exhale strife. Right here, inhale, I think. Or right here.
yep, no, you're right. Exhale. That's inhale. That's exhale.
So yeah.
You see? All right.
Because I look at it like people read left to
To
right,
right.
just like a book left to
Yeah.
right, something like.
I love it. I
So,
love the merch.
yeah,
Look at
it's
how good it
cool.
looks, man.
Cool
And you
design.
designed that yourself, eh?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm from Canada, eh? All right. So season 10, episode 102. Very interesting topic name over here. You can't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You must ask a fisherman. Mr. Yield Discipline, what is this title about?
First, we want to shout out Center Stage Music Studios in Belmore, New York.
Mm-hmm. Ask for
And
Joe. He's the bomb.
we also have a special guest caller to voice her perspective before I get into this.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there.
Hello.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me.
Thank you for being on the show.
Okay. Do you want to state your name or remain anonymous?
I'm gonna state my Instagram. So, perfect femininity.
Okay, perfect
Very
femininity.
nice.
Cool. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram.
I follow
I think
her
she
as well.
posts a lot of great things.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually on episode 95.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be anonymous,
Now she's like,
but
I'm gonna
now
tell
she's
it
like,
all,
no,
man. I'm
you
gonna
know
tell it
what?
all.
I want to boost my page.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So we thank you for coming on again. We're gonna ask you some difficult questions and just give you a perspective based off how you want to answer. There's no right or wrong answer unless you try to get into some biology or science, and then you and I might get into a debate.
Oh man.
But other than that, your opinion. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, do you believe this statement is true? You can't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You must ask a fisherman.
Yes.
What?
Uh,
You giggled?
Because
yeah.
it's an interesting topic question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's metaphorically. I have it up there for. So, why do you believe this is true?
Well, because, you know, you can't ask a fish to climb trees. Like, yeah, people are good at certain things. You cannot ask um you cannot ask feminists how to keep a man.
Oh, you getting right into it.
She said, let me just jump right
You
in.
getting right into it. Oh, you getting right into
She
it.
took
And
her gloves off.
you know what's so crazy? Sometimes energy is in sync
Yeah.
because I don't give her the bullets. Before
Oh, really?
some guests that I talk to, they say, "Listen, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Send me the notes
Mhm.
before what you're gonna ask so I could prepare my answer." I'm like, "All right, bet." Her, I didn't do that, and I didn't tell her what I
What it's
really
really
mean by
about,
it,
right?
and that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh. But I want to hear more what
Me
you have to
too.
say. You can say it again, and then explain why you say that.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of women think that they look at those celebrities and just um career women that have a lot of money and they appear happy on social media, but in reality, they're they're lonely and miserable.
Hmm.
And when they tell them how to act around men and how to keep a relationship, they listen to them instead of listening to the people that are actually married and have been with men for a long time and know these things.
Mm.
What do you think of female dating coaches talking about relationship?
I don't really know a lot of coaches. I don't know what they're doing, but
I don't,
there's probably good ones if they have been married and they know what they're talking about. Then sure, why not?
Mm.
I mean, it depends on the person. Some people don't know what they're
do,
talking about. Some
do you-
people do.
Mm.
do you think, and I ask you this because do you think those female dating coaches will give you a universal blueprint that will work in every relationship with every man?
No,
Mm.
I mean, you can't possibly know if it's always gonna work.
Mm.
They can give you some guidelines, but you kind of have to figure it out with the person. Yeah, it can be very helpful. Some things might apply to most men, but you can't possibly guarantee someone that if they follow these particular steps, they're gonna be happy and it's gonna work out.
Mm.
Mm. Okay. So you feel like if somebody's gonna be teaching you about something, they should have experience in what they're speaking of. So like if it's a dating coach, she should be in a good healthy relationship, speaking on her own experience, right?
Yeah, she should know what she's talking about, even if she's not in a relationship herself. She should be talking from the experience of people that have been in a relationship at least.
Mm.
But generally speaking, you should, if you're advising people on how to be in a healthy relationship, typically you'd have to know that you'd be in a healthy relationship yourself.
Mm.
Attracting, catching, keeping. What's the difference? Or are they synonymous?
They're different.
Okay.
They're different stages of the same thing.
Okay, I
Oh,
like
okay.
that. So can you just go a little bit more in depth with your answer?
Typically, you want to attract someone because you want to keep them um, for a long-term relationship. If
Mm-hmm.
you're just if you're attracting someone and you think that it's not because you want to keep them, you're lying to yourself. You do want to keep them.
Okay. Toxic men or women who are speaking or teaching you about healing and spirituality. Is this an oxymoron? Do you believe?
Sorry, I don't know what that means.
What oxymoron means?
Yeah.
So it's like two words that contradict one another, like Biggie Smalls
Or big shrimp?
or Big Shrimp,
Okay.
like a good bad boy,
Mm.
like a
Right.
faithful whore.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. What was the question?
Okay, so do toxic men or women speaking or teaching you about healing and spirituality, is that an oxymoron to you?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's kind of like followers or procrastinators trying to teach you about how to achieve your goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when it pertains to probability and possibility, right? When making a major decision, are you likely to go with what is possible to happen or probable? So just to define, probable is something or an event that is likely to occur, and possibility is anything can happen. So when you're making a big decision, are you going off what is likely to happen, or
Like
like
wishful
let me just hope
hope. Yeah. Hope
hope
for the
and be
best.
faithful and hope and that this is gonna happen.
Mm.
What is likely? You should always base your major decisions on logic and realism,
So
not
probability.
feeling. Yeah,
Okay.
you should. The chances are higher.
Do you have any final thoughts? You want to shout out your page again? You want to say anything about anything? Do you like us? Do you hate us?
I like your podcast. It's interesting.
You don't have to be nice. You can be honest. You can say you hate us.
Yeah.
You do.
Or just one of us.
I am honest. I
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. That makes me feel
I have
good.
nothing to say about my page. If they want to look at it, that's it. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Perfect femininity. Okay. Yeah, I like a lot of the stuff you post.
Me too.
You
I,
post a
I
lot
follow
of
your page as
positive
well.
for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
If younger women are watching you, they should follow you.
Yeah. I like the way you're
Yeah.
the way you think. It's nice. It's different.
Thank you.
It's a nice breath of fresh air.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight and being a guest and voicing your perspective.
Yep.
Thank you.
All
Thanks.
right.
Have a good
All right.
night. All right.
Okay.
I like her answers always, even from the last time that she came on. She's very good.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm the type of person I I value everybody's opinion, even if we brought a transgender or someone who's
Feminist?
a feminist. We've have,
Yeah.
you
There are a
know,
couple of them.
but when when it's geared towards men and women, I have a problem now.
What do you mean when it's geared towards men and
You
women?
know,
Like the
like
answers? The questions?
yeah. Then I kind of challenge them or whatever. Or if they're like saying specifically how women really need to be in a way that's counterintuitive than what they're supposed to be and setting them up for failure.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't like bringing people like that on the show or um hearing it.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because this energy is powerful. Like if you absorb it for so long, and if women and men's brains are not developed, they're young. They start to follow that.
Yeah, definitely.
You
So
know, so
why do you think why do you think you can't ask a fish how to catch a fish?
yeah. So metaphorically speaking, you can't pretty much get two of the same things to attract the opposite. Opposites attract. So
That's true.
it's like for me, why I wrote this metaphorically speaking, like and Kohler and I are in tune, and we never even really
Mm-hmm.
we went through it and dissected it. Like, let's say a man who wants to discuss BDSM and they're telling you everything about how a dom should be, but they're submissive.
Mm.
They're submissive in like everything they do, even their
Right.
relationship, business. They're submissive. You know what I'm saying? Or they objectify their woman,
Mm-hmm.
or they let the woman have sex with other guys.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in a way, that's one. Two, it could be female dating coaches where that female dating coach doesn't have a man in their life,
Mm.
not even a business partner.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That means nobody likes you. Like
How?
nobody want like no the other partner, like, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I look at it in a sense, you know. So to me, it's like if the woman is saying, okay, you know, I'm a woman and men, this is how you're gonna get girls. I'm looking at it like, I don't want to know how to get girls from you. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna want to know that from a guy.
Mm. But what about those guys that want that, they ask their cousins, their sisters, or even like friends that are girls, like, what am I doing wrong? I did this and she didn't like it, or I thought she was gonna react like this and she did this instead. What, talk to me. What am I doing wrong? What do you think about those types of guys?
That asked their
Should they?
girlfriend.
Their
Wait,
friends that are girls or their sisters, female cousins,
same shit.
they shouldn't be asking them.
Same shit.
But why not if
Why is
they're
a
women?
fish? Why are you asking a fish how to catch a fish?
Maybe that other fish should be like, well, what kind of bait you
It's
using?
very
Don't use
it's
cheese,
very
use this.
okay, I'm gonna break it down even further.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and even statistics show that it's hard for women to keep men.
Okay.
So if men have kept women around for a long time, he got the sauce. He must have the sauce. And the sauce is like blueprint. He must have a tool on how to keep a chick, a beautiful chick, whatever it is you want to say, high status value, whatever type of woman. How?
Right.
I need to see what
Tell
he's
me what you're
doing.
doing. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So in a way, that's what I mean. So when you ask a fish how to catch a fish, why would you do that when fishes don't have, like, yo, that female dating coach, is she a lesbian? Is she used to pulling chicks and keeping them? Is she a bisexual?
I mean, but does it really matter
Yes,
about
it
the
does.
sexuality or just
Yes,
about
well,
relationship?
I'm using a analogy.
Right.
So
But
in a way, I don't really mean it like in that sense.
okay.
But you look at it like, okay, all I write is a little bit of captions. I don't go into the comments. So I limit myself when I write captions. I never put out a book. And somebody comes to me and they're like, you know, how to put out a book.
They're asking you or they're telling you. You should have done it like this.
How should I put out a book?
Oh, how should I? Okay.
You should be asking an author.
100%.
And maybe not just an author, a multiple published author,
Mm.
how to put a book out
Mm-hmm.
and what the process would be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
it's
got
like
that.
it's the same thing. It's like, why would you ask a fish how to catch a fish? Fishes don't catch fish. Should ask a fisherman because the fisherman knows exactly how to catch a fish and probably keep it.
Okay, so do you think women can ask other women about how to catch a man? Like what can I do to keep him, or what can I do to make him make him find me interesting or attractive? A female can go to another female with these
No.
questions. So if a man can't go to a female to ask about female stuff, and a female can't go to a female to ask about female stuff, we
A
don't know
man
yet.
can go to a female? No, I didn't say that.
Can't, I said.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. A man cannot, according to you.
See, the thing is, like, if you're a guy that is used to pulling women and keeping them, you need to talk to that guy and
Right.
get his blueprint because you're trying to catch a woman.
Right.
So if a woman is trying to get a man, she's not gonna be able to get the woman to get the man. That's the only way this thing doesn't work. She could go to another woman to say, maybe how can I attract them? But then it might be subjective.
I mean, but wouldn't it be subjective the other way too?
If
Just because that man that's works for him. You've said that before too. If you're not a dominant but you're funny, let your humor work for
no, no, no,
you.
no, no. See, When the guy has the women or multiple women around for a long duration of time, fuck all that money shit. Because women don't stay for that, especially not too long. Fuck that good dick shit. Because women don't stay for that, especially not too long. So that guy might have deeper substance. He might have character. He might have respect. He might be a likable guy. I love being around him. He boosts my energy. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? He has the blueprint. So if you go to that guy and you're like, okay, he got money, he probably good in bed, that's gonna get a woman. Yeah, that might get her, but it's not gonna make her stay.
Okay.
Because if you don't have more, women don't stay for pleasure.
Right.
Remember, the broke chick who don't have a home and all that stuff, poor, she might gravitate towards the guy that has a lot of money. But the moment she might be put in a position where she could get her own, bye,
Okay.
bye. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I could say I'm a savage, right? At some degree, people in my circle see the kindness that I
Mm-hmm.
might be a savage if they cross me. Disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But if they're respectful to me, I'm respectful to them. I might be disrespectful to a stranger
Mm-hmm.
because my guards are up.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, if you just a dick all the time to people and nobody likes you, how are you keeping women around? You can only get hoes, and you probably got to pay them.
Okay.
So if you have women who are not hoes and are maybe high value women, that says something about you. And they're here for a while, that says something about you. So in a way, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in that sense of going to the woman as a woman. I'm going to another woman to catch a man. You got to flip it now and put a specific specifications on it. This, I want a dominant man, so I got to talk to a submissive woman how to get one.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get with a regular chick, you'd be like, okay, I could get a man, knowing that there's different tiers of men. That might not, that's a possibility, not a probability.
Okay.
That's a possibility because she might be saying the right stuff. You gotta appreciate him. You gotta know how to cook and clean. Don't just know how to make money. That will not work.
Okay.
Gotta know how to cook and clean because you want to be wifey material. You gotta know how to have support. You got to know how to display understanding and commitment. You got to bring faithfulness and loyalty. I know, girl, they might be dogs, but you got to be faithful. You got to have that in you. But when that woman's telling her that, she's not a regular chick. I guarantee you that. Because a regular chick doesn't think like that.
Gotcha.
She has to be traditional. So still in a sense, it's like, yo, you trying to get a traditional man, you got to talk to a traditional woman.
That's true. So now what's the difference between attracting, catching, and keeping, in your opinion?
Attracting is the allure. It's power. So when they say women have a lot of power, for example, right? Men give them that. Because
Because they're
if all men
attract.
were non-heterosexual, like how would they really be in the positions to be where they are?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So most men do things to impress women. We build buildings, stores, cities, whatever. Just, women, they like to walk with their kids. We just want to impress them. We want to build everything for them. We want to build empires for women.
That's so nice. I like my own
That's
empire.
that's how men were created in their mind. They kind of like did everything for women. So it's like that's the allure. That's the I got their attention.
That's
So
attracting.
now
Okay.
catching is actually like okay, so I got their attention and now they're pursuing. They're pursuing, and as they're pursuing, it's like, okay, that's a catch. Now, keeping it is the success.
Holding on to it.
Keeping
right.
it, yeah, retainment. Like keeping it is the success. It could be a long duration of time. Now,
So you think that's the hardest part is keeping someone?
yes. Now, when we look at the fisherman has a blueprint on how to catch a fish. He probably wears hiking boots. He probably gets already attire, right? Then he gets his mind right. He's like, man, I got to be self-motivated because if I don't catch one, I just can't quit.
Right. What am I gonna eat?
I gotta get fish. So
Mm-hmm.
now he trains his mind, and then he gets the equipment.
Mm.
He gets the hook, and then he gets the bait that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So now as he's sinking that into the pond, remind you, I never fish. But
Okay.
you know me, I'm very observant and
Right.
shit. So now he's like, or maybe it goes this way, clockwise, not counterclockwise. I don't know. So maybe clockwise to pull it up, counterclockwise to pull it down. It's like a
She
hook,
said, I don't know.
and you know what I'm saying? So now he puts the bait on it, throws it in there, and then boom, right?
Gotcha.
Now the fish is floating around. Ooh, I see bait. So the bait is the attraction. Maybe
Mm.
a girl's booty cheeks. That's attraction. Ooh,
Okay.
I see bait. I see food. So now as the fish bites on it, because remember, the fish is a dummy.
Chomping on
The
that
fish
booty.
doesn't see that it's a thirst trap. The fish
Mm.
just sees the hook, and the fish just sees the bait. It doesn't see the hook.
Right.
So now the fish bites on the
On the booty.
bait, the booty, the bait, right? And then now the fisherman's like, "Gotcha, bitch.
Okay.
Let's
You
go."
stupid bastard.
And then now the fish is like squirming, and the fish is not gonna last too long because it's out of water.
Ooh, all these metaphors.
So now what's gonna happen is that author.
He's painting the picture.
So now what's gonna happen is the fish got caught. Now after the fisherman looks at it and it says, "Wow, that's a lovely fish. Well, I got my rocks off because it's a stroke to my ego to know that I could catch fish. All
Mm.
right, back in the pond you go." And he dumps them because he didn't keep it.
Right.
I'll get a bigger one. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a
Right.
better one. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the differences. So at the end of the day, the goal is to keep, not attract. See, the booty can always get a man, but what can attract a man's, what can get a man's attention doesn't always inspire his respect.
That's true.
So respect and love is what can get you the provider and the protector and all that. Because respect lasts longer than attention.
That's true.
Fear lasts longer than attention.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like all of that stuff is part of consistency. So if you can attract anybody, like I could attract women, I get hit on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that they want to be with me because they could just see shit with me. I don't have to go out
It
there and
doesn't
say,
mean that all the women that you attract, you're attracted to either, right?
yeah.
Right.
It's not even that I go out and like, hey, look at me, I'm a dominant. No, I'm
Right.
very humble when I go out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the energy that they smell, the
That they
pheromones
feel, yeah.
that they might just, you know what I'm saying? But just because I'm attracting them, I don't believe that, okay, they're wifey material. They could be kept as made as a sub or whatever it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So,
And just because they're attractive doesn't mean that you're gonna let them catch you
well,
either.
well, yeah, that's a difference with me.
Mm.
I had a woman last month, actually. She DM'd me on Facebook and she was like, and this was another one because I think I talked about this in episode either 55, Spice Up Your Relationship, season 5, or 54. Would you allow your partner to dress however they want?
Mm-hmm.
Season 5. So she DMs me and she sends me like a video or a picture, like booty cheeks.
Get out. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And well, that was a video I think back then, but this happened currently.
Oh.
Yeah, so me, I'm like, yo, the disrespect, cause I look like a nigga.
Ooh.
So you believe that you could get me with pussy?
Wow.
You put me on the bottom tier as a man. So I replied, I was like, shame on you. You should have more respect for yourself.
Wow.
And Shorty like, what you talking about? I'm a stranger. I could see your cheeks already. Shame on you. Where's your father? Cause imagine your father see this. You want to post the stuff that you post online and let your father see that. Imagine. Shorty felt so bad, like trying, oh, come here, oh, help me out, blah, blah, fund me this is that. You think that's gonna get me
Fun.
you think that's gonna get you that shit? So now, and that's even with women that's calling me daddy.
Mm.
I said that before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's crazy because I talk about how I'm poly, but I believe it's cheating because I might have women that do that already. So out of respect for them, who are you?
Right. You're a stranger. You can't just call me that.
Yeah.
Got you.
Especially if I didn't give you permission.
Mm-hmm.
So now you sending me booty cheeks and I ain't give you permission?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you
you
just
are
think I'm
different.
just shit or whatever. So you feel so bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Because you're used to doing that, probably.
And she's obviously probably used to a different reaction, not like that.
So because I'm a heterosexual man, like it looked nice.
Mm-hmm.
It looked nice. But because you can attract my eyes, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. You can't catch me, and you definitely not gonna keep me.
Mm.
Because there has to be some level of respect. Like me, I respect women to a sense, but
What kind of sense is that?
of femininity
Mm.
and their mind and stuff of that nature. But I don't respect women in a sense of like they're superior to men.
Okay. I mean, I
You
don't
see,
think.
what I'm saying? Oh, we're equal. Some people
Okay.
might look at that as respect,
Interesting.
and I
Okay.
don't.
Right.
So a woman that is showing me that she wants to do everything I do, I don't respect her. You see
Mm.
what I mean?
That makes you cringe.
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
don't respect it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But when she's showing me that she wants to be inferior, or that's a trigger for some people.
That word, yeah.
If she's showing that she wants to be a different caliber, we'll say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She knows her place as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me respect her. That's crazy, right? That's the irony.
Not really, because she's showing you that she knows her place.
Yeah. So I don't respect modern women. I don't respect females. I only respect submission. I only respect queens, goddesses. I only respect traditional women. I only respect values, your woman of your word, stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But females that post their body, do all this stuff, lie, hoes, cheat, lead men on, I don't respect them.
I don't think a lot of people do.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't look at them as queens. So most women are like this. So I don't respect females. You know what I'm saying? I only respect women. And you're gonna see how I don't how I don't respect them. I'll say you're doing hoe activities. You're acting
Yeah.
like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that. But most men won't do that. Most men will look at that like, oh, yo, you're being disrespectful. Calm down. But he's thinking it. He's thinking it. He's not saying I just said it for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it's like I don't respect you, so I don't watch my words with you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like it's like you get me,
Yeah.
or you need me to elaborate more.
No, I
When
got
you
you.
respect somebody, you talk to them different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hold them possibly a high regard. So
You use
your
different
mannerisms
words.
are
Yeah,
different.
everything.
You might be, let's say you rip a lot of people's heads off. You know what I'm saying? And when it's time to do our podcast, you're very like respectful because you hold me in high regard.
Yeah.
You respect me to some level. You know what I'm saying?
Of
You're still
course,
here
yeah.
doing this.
You're my business partners. What we
Yeah.
do.
So at some point, it's like if you respect somebody, you act differently towards them. So if I don't respect the woman, I ain't gonna want to provide. I ain't gonna want to protect her. If I can't hold her accountable and she don't accept my my discipline and follow, I don't care for her.
Right.
Then I don't respect her or never ever going to love her.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Why are you saying, "Oh my goodness, geez"? I'm
You
just
don't
saying what
think
a
that you
lot of
can
men.
learn, like
I'm just saying what a lot of men um are thinking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna love her because my love comes with conditions. So if I love you, I want to provide for you. I want to make sure you're good.
Right.
If I don't, how do you provide for a woman you don't love?
Right.
You don't trust, you don't respect.
Right.
Because just because she's a queen and we were told to treat them all like that.
Yeah. That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like for me, you know yourself, and because you know yourself, you're not gonna be able to be caught that not just caught but retained that easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So some women just lump guys in the same bracket or in the same bubble.
Yeah.
And I could look like what I don't sound like. I could look like what I don't have values for. I could think how wait a minute. How does he look like that but he thinks like that?
So different.
He
Yeah.
looks like that but he should really be a player.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He's a conspiracy theorist. I thought all he did was talk about BDSM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a
Wait,
lot of layers
wait,
to you.
wait a minute. This is confusing.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So I know you're obviously we all know you're an author, 7-time published author. How how much does it bother you when people who've never written a book give you criticism to one of your books?
No, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you at all.
No, no.
Okay.
When
How about somebody who tells you like you're maybe more in the beginning of when we first started the podcast when we didn't have the good mics and we were doing everything through Zoom because it was in the middle of the pandemic and all that stuff.
Mm.
And they criticized, you know,
Oh, the audio
yeah, like the audio, like your
or the way
sound,
we look?
either, all of it.
Yeah, so okay, so that happened.
Right.
So I said to them, "Okay, that's great, great getting your feedback. I promise I'm gonna be better next time.
Mm.
And when I am, I want you to get the same energy.
Mm.
You
Tell
know what
us
I'm
what we're
saying?
doing right.
I want you to, congratulate me too.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like I don't care because I look at it in a sense of um you're entitled to that because you ain't doing it.
Mm.
You ain't doing it. People that people that are doing it would probably give you suggestions because they're
Mm-hmm.
already doing it. They already lived it.
Right, right.
People that never did it are just gonna criticize.
That's
So
true.
in a way, it's like for me, I'm like, I don't like it's almost like Ray Charles to this bullshit. Ray
Mm.
Charles to the bullshit. Like I
You're
almost don't
blind to
see
it.
you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, okay, I peep that. But watch this. Cause I'm competitive. Watch this. I'm gonna get better. And then, bring that same energy though.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I like that.
Right,
You don't like that? All right, I'm an asshole. Cool. Bring that same energy though.
right. I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's how I look at it. I don't take it personal. Like someone who says this guy's an idiot. He says he's the best author in the world.
Mm.
No way. It's about 990,000
Billion
books.
people. Right.
Books come out a day, millions of authors. There's no way
Mm-hmm.
he could be the best in the world. You know how much you know how many regions, you know how
Mm-hmm.
many hemispheres? No way.
Yeah.
But for them it's like, okay, you're entitled to your own you're entitled to your own opinion, but your opinion is as valuable as you do the amount of research on.
Mm.
So if you just believe it, it's just that. It's not a fact. If you have an opinion or divine assistance, divine intuition, what if trial and error? I never was taught this, but maybe the gods kicked me in the head. Let me play with the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I figured something out on my own.
Yeah.
Divine assistance. So in that sense, if you could see all of that and you can experience those things, you know, when they say what they say, in a way, it's like just let it brush off your shoulder
Mm.
because you look at it in a way of, yo, they didn't do that.
Right.
They're
Well,
not
that's
doing
how.
what I'm doing.
Right.
So it's like people, okay, let's take even here. People can talk about, let's just say they say, yo, their audio ain't what it is. It got better, but it ain't what it is, and all that other stuff, right?
Okay.
90% of podcasters don't do their own thing.
Oh, that's true.
They
Yeah.
don't edit. Shout out to the ones that do.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, real bosses. Shout out to them. But most of them don't. They don't edit themselves.
Yeah. They don't
They
set
probably
up.
book a studio
Right.
only. They don't set up. You understand? So in a way, like I don't have to tell them that to make them feel low, but because you know yourself and what you do, who gives a damn? I guarantee you, I may not do what you do, but you can't do what I do 5 times a day.
Mm,
You can't do that because that's too exhausting.
mm,
For some reason, the gods give me strength to withstand that for so long
mm.
and do it. Even my memory is
Yeah, your
crazy.
memory
My
is
mind
insane.
is crazy. Not everybody can be in that sense. And that's why, to me, I look at it like, oh, that's fine. Because now when you look at your stuff, how you are, it's like
And how far you've come.
it's different. So
Mm.
that's why I don't care.
It's
Because
not that
we're not doing the same thing.
right, right, and it's not that I care so much. I care like when I hear my son say something. Okay, like with the World Cup, right? And he says because we're part Argentinian, and he's like, "Oh, Messi better do his thing. They better score. They better win." I always say like, how many freaking World Cups have you been in? How
Mm,
many goals have you done? Or even more, recent in terms of us and the podcast when we had our very first workshop, you know what I mean, and we had someone that was helping us who was very kind of nervous in terms of what the turnout is going to be. And I remember telling her it doesn't matter, we could have one person there, we could have five, we could have 100, it doesn't
yeah,
matter
we had a
because
good
this is
turnout.
a very we had a very good turnout.
Good turnout.
This is our very first workshop, and anybody else telling us, "Oh, well, you only had so much," or this and that, or criticizing, how many workshops have you put out though?
And you're right. And didn't I tell you when this was gonna happen? When that happened, I told you personally, as well as the group, but I had to reiterate to you
Mm,
and tell you, listen, don't get discouraged. And you were like, yo, I'm not. Well, if we get one, I said, no, it's not gonna be that because
mm,
I'm manifesting how it's
mhm,
gonna be. So I'm putting into the universe how it's gonna be, and that's how it's gonna be.
mhm,
And then I said, that's one. Number two, I said to you, yes, I agree. I don't care if there's one person. But guess what? I said to you exactly verbatim, that's all I need.
mm. Yeah,
Because if I get one person that knows 50,000,
then that person knows a lot.
it's as if the 1994 interview with Tupac. Maybe my year is not accurate, but he had a interview, and he had said,
From jail.
"I'm not trying to change the world. I'm just trying to spark a mind that can
That one
possibly do
person.
that."
Yep.
So to me, it's like, who cares? All I need is the one, because if I can influence them and they have a bigger influence, then my message is still getting out there.
Mm, that's true.
So it's still a rich mindset. It's still an abundance mindset.
Mhm.
So toxic male and toxic men and women speaking or preaching to you about healing and spirituality is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe that?
Yeah, I think anybody who's trying to teach you somebody and they're not living in that reality, in
Yeah.
that time, that's a fraud.
Now, the biggest thing why it's dangerous is this. People always follow the blueprint if they see the byproduct, the success.
Mm,
So then they follow it. If a male or female who's still toxic, now we're all not 100% healed. Some might be 80, 90,
it's an
95.
ongoing thing.
But if they're mostly healed, right? And they're talking about this stuff, more people don't use their brain efficiently. They'll just fall for it. And it could be they have a large following,
Mm,
a blue check mark, celebrities, whatever. It could be all those things. So you believe that's what it is. And what everything they're saying is a law because you
mhm.
see, well, they accumulate followers, they did this.
Right.
So
And
you
you don't do
believe
your
you
research.
believe everything they say is law. Now, when you engage in whatever it is, in whatever capacity with these people, this is what it comes down to now. It comes down to the steps.
What steps?
So if a person out there is toxic and they engage in toxic relationships, right? And you're gonna see that because their mannerisms will display it. If they have an attitude still, they have no discipline, emotional lack of emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe the people in your circle make you better or you elevate them.
Mm,
So you'll see that with their mannerisms, like a woman posting provocative photos online. You know what type of man she's with?
Mm.
You see? That's an example.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So now, as you seeing their mannerisms, you're like, this bitch is talking about healing and spirituality, but she act like a whore online. I'm confused.
Mm.
Are you selling, this, or are you selling pussy, or are you doing both? What are you doing?
Gotta get the extra money.
Real estate agent doing the same thing.
Mm.
I'm confused.
Mm.
I'm confused. Because if I brought in your DM and I say, "What up, ho? Get this dick." Don't talk to me like that. Why not? You're doing that's what they do. That's
Mm.
what they do. They advertise. I'm confused. My bad.
Mm.
Leading me on. False
Yeah.
advertisement. Then
Yeah.
you're leading me on. You see what I'm saying? So now it's detrimental because they're not going to be able to give you the steps on healing, and that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So when people are coming to me like, "Yo, you did 7 books, you did 5 in under a year, motherfucker, how the fuck did you do that?" You see? Because it's evident.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're gonna be like, "Damn, that took a lot of time. That took a lot of discipline, probably." And now I bring them in the steps of how I did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they do it that way, and they become successful,
Mm.
most likely. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult for the healing and spirituality aspect for us to talk about it because we all do have certain toxic tendencies. But I always say you got to do what works for you. So
Mm-hmm.
if I did healing in a way of, after a heartbreak back when I was 24, I took a year and a half off from dating. I was going harder in the gym. I elevated to the top position as a GM manager, whatever, in one of Forbes lists, whatever companies.
Mm.
I did that. I did this. I blah blah. I accomplished all these goals that I put set.
Mm-hmm.
Dating was the last thing on my mind. If I did that and I look at how I did it, I changed my eating habits. I
Mm-hmm.
changed the way I wake up, getting more adequate sleep. If I do it like that, people will start to be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna start writing notes and I'm gonna start doing," and they're gonna
Right.
start becoming successful. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
start seeing that everything's gonna change within them: their physical, their mental, their
Their energy,
spiritual.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't ask them that because they're gonna set you up for failure because they don't know how to heal. They don't know
Mm.
about spirituality.
Mm.
So you know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
And
They don't
everybody heals
know.
different anyway.
They don't know. But that's why it's like if somebody's still toxic, still talking about healing, they clearly don't know themselves.
Mm. I mean,
You can have toxic tendencies. It's not toxic.
right. It's not being
You see what I'm saying?
toxic.
You're a toxic individual, like a toxic individual, talking about spirituality,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
and you're doing toxic things, make you regress.
Mm. Yeah, you got to put more work back into you.
Like maybe you're stubborn.
Mm.
Maybe you have a big ego. Maybe these are toxic things. But if you are maybe displaying your money online like the money phone,
Mm.
and now you grab evil coming your way, and maybe the feds. They're like, thank
The
you.
feds are the evil. You right?
You know what I'm saying? And they're doing everything, CIA,
Mhm.
and they're doing
Mhm.
everything. They're watching everything and whatever. And they're like, you're bringing evil. That's not pretty smart, and that's still a toxic person.
Mm.
If a woman is doing that and she's posting provocative photos, that's putting you at risk.
Yeah.
And especially if you tag your location
Oh,
and you got
that's
creeps,
yeah.
it's putting you at risk.
So
I mean, I
bad.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
People are crafty nowadays. They'll go on there and look at that poor rapper
What if
PBM or no sé qué. He
yeah.
put his I don't know if he put his location and then they got him. He got
I
got.
think there was conspiracies to that, but
Ditos.
that's another topic.
Another conspiracy theory
Yeah.
topic.
But yeah, that's what it is.
So probability versus possibility. When making a major decision, are you likely to go with what is possible or probable? I think what's probable, because what's possible is always nice. You have that little hope of what can be, but let's be realistic and go with what probably will be.
Yeah. And
It's
I'm
always
gonna
nice to have hope, though.
and you know what? Let's expound.
Okay.
let's put it in relationship term.
Okay.
I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do money. I'm gonna do job. I'm gonna do relationship. You ready?
I'm ready.
And I'm gonna do oneself. So if you not getting adequate sleep, you're constantly tired in the day, whatever it is, right? You're constantly tired in the day. You have to now start to change your routine
Your
on how you
sleeping
sleep because
habits,
your
yeah.
sleeping patterns are probably off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the blueprint to that. If you're and that's a possibility, that's a probability versus possibility. Possibility, you thinking, oh, you know what? I'll sleep whenever and get adequate sleep. I'll do all these things, exhaust myself, and
Mm.
get rest later because it's a possibility. It's
Mm-hmm.
not probability. You're not planning for that. So
Right.
because you're not planning for that and you don't put the proper steps, you're never going to achieve that goal. Millions. You want to get millions. What are you doing to get that? You have a
Working.
401k?
Mm.
Do you invest in stock, bonds,
Mm-hmm.
trust? Are you making dividends?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Do you have an investor? Do you know what you're going to do with it?
Mm.
Plans in place. Relationship. There could be a woman out there that says, yo, I want a high value man. 1. 2, he got to be black. 2. 3, he got to have no kids. 3. 4, he got to be like maybe tall, 6-pack. 4. 5, he got to be into spirituality too.
Mm.
6, he got to be able to cater to my feelings and stuff like that, and provide, and protect, and love his mother,
Satisfy sexually.
satisfy sexually, and
Notice how I put that in there.
he got to be Superman when I need him to be,
Mm.
and it got to be all this shit because that's what I want. That's possibility. She's hopes and dreams. Yes, hopes and dreams. Right? That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Probability is, okay, if you want that, maybe there's 1 out of 10 that you'll get it because the no kids is a standard.
Mm.
Like if he has kids with multiple baby daddies, multiple baby mothers, it's a break.
Some people.
1
are.
kid I'll settle for. You know what I'm saying? And he has to be single. 11, and he has to be single.
Like single.
Yeah. So now that's hopes and dreams. That's CeeLo rolling the dice, 4, 5, 6. Hopes and dreams, unless you got trick dice.
Mm.
That's another topic. Vegas. Roulette. But you know what I'm saying? Possibility.
Mm.
Probability is you know you're gonna get that or close to it because you're putting in the work to get it and your necessary steps.
Yeah.
Possibility is I could still act like a hoe and be on my whole face and still nail that guy.
Nail that guy and have sex, or nail that guy and land him.
No, land them, because if you want those type of guys, you want to keep them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Women play with men every day.
Men play with women too.
Okay. But women give access to sex. So
that's true
yeah.
too.
So most men, okay. So men that are good in bed can control sex. But a lot of men aren't. So they gotta beg for it, they gotta do things, they gotta, but if that one guy is like, yo, let me get my shit wet. Like
let me come through.
I want that shit right now. Come through or whatever. Oh, I'll get off around this time. She'll make time for that shit because it's what it is. So in a way, it's like, no. What you saying?
That men don't play with women?
No. In the sense of that.
Okay.
Men play with maybe females, and it might be the players. The players, it might be those joker guys or whatever. They're not serious. But serious men don't play with women.
Yeah, that's true.
Serious men like, yo, I want her, she gonna be mine. And we gonna build together forever. I don't care if she won't want to have kids. Like I'm pursuing her.
Like a man with his purpose is not gonna be playing with women.
Yeah.
100%. A man that doesn't have anything going, not a good job, not going to school, just hanging out on the corner or whatever, of course that person has no purpose, so he's gonna be playing around.
Yeah. So, what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's all about the blueprint, man. It's all about that. Like women can attract because that's what the feminine does. The masculine is the penetrator. The masculine is the hunter. So if a woman can attract a man, that's not her. Oh my God, I got a guy that was high status that was interested in me. I must be so great. No, no.
Okay.
See, the biggest thing is now you gotta keep them. That's the success.
I
Because
remember
you know
saying that.
why? And I've said this already, even in episode 52, season 5, the food porn or whatever, right? I said women could already acquire sex easier than men. So who cares about your options? Most of them are sexual anyways. How many men
Mm,
want to love you and take care of you and respect you and value, teach you, hold you accountable, provide for you?
yeah.
Where are they? Where are they? None. Everybody want to fuck with you? Okay, so I don't care because you could already do that. That's like the fish bites the bait
Mm,
because they do that.
right.
That's what gets fishes. Baits get bait, which
Gets
is could be the
fish.
booty cheeks or sex or pussy, gets fish, which could be synonymous with the beta males,
Mm,
the more submissive guys. It gets them. That
right.
you could already get it easy. But will they stay? And if they stay, why are they staying?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
some women will be like, well, I was here with this guy
Mm-hmm.
for 5 years, but where did the relationship go?
Right. What do you have to show for those 5 years
Yeah.
of being with him? Mm-hmm.
You know, so you probably had some good pussy to him,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh
that could
my
have
God.
kept him there, but he was still probably lying and cheating. So I mean, did it keep him loyal though?
Right.
Did
Exactly.
it keep him loyal? Mm,
Well, men aren't loyal
that's
anyway.
yeah, that's not gonna happen because men are born polyamorous. But did it make him say, I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of women, if they've been there already for 5 years, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there.
Not
I feel
necessarily.
like I feel like people always say out there like, oh, a woman's had enough, I had enough. How come we don't hear the men saying, yo, I'm the one that walked out? How come we don't hear the men saying, you know what? I got tired of her ass. She's just so combative. She has an attitude. I'm tired of her ass. And now this chick that I was cheating on with, she told me things are gonna be better here.
You're so funny. I'm sorry.
So I don't know.
Things are gonna be better here.
You see what I'm saying? Men could cheat and stay because their woman is valuable. In
Mm.
a sense, maybe she's feminine, traditional, isn't like a
Maybe
whole.
she knows how to love him right.
Yeah, that could be
Um.
another thing too.
Yeah.
But her loving him right could be that you being a traditional woman, you not cheating on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You being this way. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because of the whole equality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's true because the moment he found out you was probably even talking to a guy, now he's out. He's not coming back anymore.
Mm.
He's not coming back anymore because his loyalty can still be I come home all the time and I still provide and I still do this and all that stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men are gonna be honest and say,
No.
whatever. But the ones that hide
They
it,
should though.
you know what I'm
It'll
saying?
work better.
The ones that hide it, it's still that way.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's still okay. I still come home every night.
Right. I come home to you.
Because he could be like how feminine women are. They gravitate towards who's providing more. It could be that is the best pussy, and she's like my personal slut. And my wife is not that. She can't
Mm.
even be a slut to me in private. It's so embarrassing.
Mm.
And he doesn't
Like,
train.
cause she's shy or something.
Yes, and he
Gotcha.
doesn't train her.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, he's just like, I'll do the whole shit because maybe she dominates me.
Mm.
And that's
Right.
arousing to
It's
me because
different to
some men
him,
are into
right?
that
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
To each their own, right? And maybe she does that. So now he's over here like, you know what? The nice looking, pristine, I never want to view her like that. And if I try, I kind of
Mm-hmm.
tried, but it ain't in her because he ain't willing to teach.
Right. He's a lazy man.
You see what I'm saying? So now, for him, it's like, but because she loves me, and she does everything right, still a mother and everything of that nature, I love her. I don't love that woman. I have fun with her. We have great sex, but I don't.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's like me, I've never been put in a situation like that because I trained my woman, or when I had women, how to be in pleasing me in all ways.
Mm.
Like, you never been a slut for your man before? Baby girl, you gonna learn today.
Oh my
You ready?
goodness.
You ready? You gonna learn today because this is what I like and what I do and stuff.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and it will
It
work.
helps you be better also for
And
her,
the
right?
woman appreciates you more because you're investing in her. You're
Mm-hmm.
investing in her mind, her emotions. So now she gonna look at you as high authority. Why? Because you transformed her, huh? You transformed her. So because you transformed her, and possibly in a way that's positive for her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say people say that that's a negative thing, but in a way she's like, I've always wanted to release my inner slut, and now I could only do that with you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And he doesn't judge me.
Right.
He doesn't judge me
You have the
because
key.
he doesn't judge me, and he still views me as
Mm-hmm.
a good woman and whatever,
Right.
and with him.
Right.
He doesn't judge me.
I'm just his slut now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the woman that is already doing that, he's already sleeping with and stuff, and this is for the guys that don't train, right? He don't respect her. He don't love her.
You don't think that more like weak-minded mind might confuse that with love? No way at all.
No,
Interesting.
not at all. No, man. Even if he doesn't know himself, no,
Interesting. Okay.
no way, no way.
All right.
More men actually respect women that won't give it up to them on the first night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but nowadays it's so hard because a woman could be going on a date with you and she's getting piped down every day, and that's why she's not dick hungry.
Right.
So it's hard. It's like it's
you
hard.
never know.
It's not hard for me, and I don't want to brag. I worked on these skills. It's not hard for me because of psychology, Scorpio, intuition, divine insistence. I'm a studier of body language
Mm.
and energy. So it's like you could tell if she getting piped down.
Mm.
You could tell. Women, I don't care about 50-50 and he got to approach and all that stuff first. Yo, she's interested in you. I bet you she'll be the first to text you.
Mm.
She'll be like, yo, I'm busy. You want to see me? But I'm going to make time for you.
Mm.
Well, I got an hour over here. Yo, I'm going to make time. But if she's ducking you,
she's not really into
she's not
you.
really interested. If she's indecisive, because submission is a choice.
Mm.
It's a willing choice. She's not interested.
Mm. I
You see
mean,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
but you could also have those people that got other people in their ears. Like, don't make sure you don't text first because then that's going to
it
show that
doesn't
you're
ma-
sweating,
Yo,
though,
it
that
doesn't.
you're thirsty.
No, it doesn't matter.
No,
It
I
doesn't
agree. I
matter.
agree. You
You
shouldn't
know,
listen to other people.
you know
Listen to
why?
what's good for you.
You know why? You know why it doesn't matter? Because from my experience with women have told me, you changed me.
Mm.
My experience with women, God damn, why are you in my head all the time, every day? We never even had sex.
Wow.
I think about you all the time. So it doesn't matter what those friends and family say. One day, she's going to have a tough time battling her soul because I took it.
Fighting.
I took it. I took it.
Interesting.
Parts of me is there. I like a wolf, I've imprinted my essence on your soul. That anybody that tries to entertain you outside of me needs to know me well now to understand you. Cause I have a key to a dark room a lot of men don't have access to. And I freed that within you. They can't take you there. They don't even know how.
Yeah,
So
that'll make a woman fall in love.
so now
quick.
they're like, fuck what my girl said. They reach
Yeah,
out.
they're like, bitch, you just jealous that you don't have that.
They reach out. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I feel. So ultimately, like, even men can attract certain women. Let's say the man that's flashy, he's not attracting quality. He's attracting opportunists.
That's awful. That's
You know,
I feel like a
and
lot.
he's gonna build a meaningless relationship where there's not gonna be love. There's gonna be love for superficialities. It's like the sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. If that guy's 50 and he wants to get with the 19-year-old and her brain is not fully developed, and she's looking for shelter and all this other stuff,
he's gonna lead with that, with money and stuff.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to build.
It'll only get up to if there's a cap on it.
Yeah, because
Agree.
there's so much of her brain is not fully developed. Now he can, if he's willing to train, he can train and start brainwashing her um into his teachings
Maybe not
about. Yes,
brainwashing.
it is. It sounds
Okay.
bad, but it's true. Your
Okay.
parents brainwashed you, school, all this stuff. But is it brainwashing for positive or negative? So he brainwashes her in a conducive way. That's relationship. Now, let's say that relationship doesn't work out. She goes to the next relationship bringing those same characteristics in it because she learned it from him.
I got you. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And now she can able to heal a man.
Hmm.
Let's say she gets lucky to get with a traditional guy. So it's like, yo, I know how to cook and clean because my last man taught me how to do that.
Hmm. So
You
he
see?
bettered her for the future.
Yeah, or himself. So
Right.
that's why I believe
future.
in it's a positive
Mm.
stance on it you can take for that.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I
yeah,
see. That was a learned behavior on my part because brainwash. I grew up
yeah.
thinking that was a bad thing.
Think about it, right?
See, we always teaching over here
Think about it. Women are getting brainwashed
by
pertaining
feminism.
to feminism.
Mm.
But women do want to be submissive. That's weird. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does.
Because they're fighting their instincts,
They're fighting, yeah, and their nature and their core.
the DNA.
You know what I'm saying? 50 Shades of Grey, I don't believe was that great, but women, a lot of women, 150 million
Oh,
was
wow.
sold. So that means that, like I said in the last show, women are attracted to some level, like high levels of dominance, power.
Yeah.
So how are they really feminists?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a brainwashing thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You see? So ultimately, you got to brainwash her in a sense, but in a positive way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she could be successful with you, with whatever, with her life or career, and all that sense. If you treat her how to respect men, she goes out there respecting men too,
Mm-hmm.
like her father. If her father taught her that, she goes out there and respect it. If she didn't, if she has a father that she comes down and she's going to a friend's house for a party or whatever event,
Dressed like scantily.
and she's dressed scandalous, and he's like, go back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
She learns to like think like, okay, it's constant. Men could be like this.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
She's brainwashed and now she dresses properly. Remember, I always say women need supervision. They do. You can't give if you give every woman control, yo, that's dangerous. To do whatever they want to do, that's dangerous.
Mm.
But if you supervise them and you give them the right type of education, that makes them more powerful and puts them in positions to be successful because they'll have accountability, they'll have discipline, they'll have all that stuff. All that stuff about I'm boss bitch, I don't need a man. A lot of them, look at them. Do your own research. They don't have discipline.
Mm.
They're doing shit now and crying for it later.
That's true.
They don't have accountability. But if men start to get these things and start to, put women in positions where they could hold themselves accountable and be of these things within themselves, they start to become successful in everything, even when they get the career and stuff like that. They'll be consistent with their product because that's part of
That's true.
discipline.
That's true.
So women have to be supervised. If not, we're in a world today like this.
In a world today like this, this country has been just built and brought upon the backs of men. So if this country is the world the way it is, it's because of men. Or no?
No. Because if we talk
But
about
the whole world mostly is
if-
run by men.
if we look at family and the nuclear family and how things was and how dating and everything was, career, all these things, ambition, hustlers. If we look at all those things, what they were eating back then,
Uh-huh.
what they were absorbing,
Right.
television shows, whatever. If we look at all those things, we're worse.
Okay. What's that? But that's not whose
Because
fault are you saying?
at the end of the day, fuck everything else. Men and women want to connect.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much relationship podcasts out there and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, this is where we come from. Without connection, you and I cannot be here.
Yep, that's true.
We're not born. At the end of the day, fuck all that other shit. At the end of the day,
goodness.
men and women want to connect.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to know why there's a disconnect.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So when it pertains to where we are today, it's worse because we're not connecting.
Yeah.
We're not together.
I agree with you on
You know what I'm saying? We're in fuck buddy or hookup culture, one night stands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He looks good. I'm attracted to him, but I don't know if I want to be with him. You know what I'm saying? People ain't asking what they bring to the table.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
a
that's
serious.
also that's a different, you have to see where you are in your own life. If you're just starting out, you know, 18, 19,
Yeah.
20, you can't, we already had this discussion.
Yeah.
It depends
Yeah.
on your age and where you at.
Yeah. But that question is like is asked from a serious person.
Yeah,
It's just like if a
definitely.
woman went on a date and she asks a guy, well, do you have kids? Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
get married? What's your 5-year plan? What's your purpose for dating? That's a serious woman
Yeah.
because hoes don't ask that.
Yeah, no, they just want to know what are we doing
Yeah,
tonight?
what we doing today?
Yeah, are we gonna eat and go out? Are we
uh,
gonna go to a club? Yeah.
you gonna get that big dick tonight?
Oh my Lord.
Like, what are we doing? Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Look at me. Let's go on trips. Let's show off on Instagram. Hi, look at me. Let's make these ones jealous. Hey,
Yeah.
that's what they care about. So ultimately, like, we're worse than we ever been pertaining to the race of human beings and connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, final thoughts.
If you want to know about something and learn about it the proper way, um, your best bet is to find someone who is experienced, who knows what they're talking about, and who can give you clear instructions on how to get or how to learn about what it is that you want. So I agree with that. I guess you can't ask a fish how to catch a fish, but you have to surround yourself with those types of people that can uplift you and teach you and guide you to where you want to be.
Yeah, anything in life requires patience, discipline, accountability, consistency for success. I have a final thoughts in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And for success. So we'll just scroll up. Um, for success. So in a relationship especially, um, both parties have to put in work.
Yeah.
So it comes down to that. So ultimately, just because fishes hang together doesn't mean you should ask a fish how to catch a fish. And that could be um, two men or two women.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you're not going to talk to a man about how to get another man. You're going to talk to a man about how to get a woman. You're not going to talk to a woman, another woman on how to get another woman. You can't ask two fishes how to get a fish because you're trying to get cuffed. You're trying to attract him, so you have to get him. There's a reason why the fisherman is a fisherman. He likes fish.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But he might not like he might like a specific type of fish.
Mm.
So now, you know, you must ask the fisherman because the fisherman obviously has practice. The dating coaches with women, a lot aren't cutthroat with the truth. Men are. And women like to hear what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. So when it pertains to relationship, you know, you can't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You can't ask somebody who's never wrote a book how is it like to be an author?
Mm.
What would the sales be like the first week, first month,
You can't ask
whatever?
that?
You can't ask somebody that never wrote a
Oh, that's
book.
not been done.
They have an idea.
Yeah.
They was never in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ask a woman what she thinks about poly if she never lived it. She's just talking about what she thinks. You can't ask a woman who just reads books about BDSM, how is it? How can I be submissive? She has to have experienced it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, like, if a woman wants a man of high caliber, she has to ask men of that status how to get it. Because women will always throw their monkey wrench in there and make it beautiful for them, but it's not beautiful for that girl.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, where's your man to show for it, single girl? Where's your man? Last time I heard, you couldn't keep one. You had 10.
Oh my goodness.
You wasn't even engaged. I mean, okay, you didn't get married. That's fine. But you wasn't even engaged? Like, you can't, what? No.
So you think somebody...
A feminist talking about how to get a man? What? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Because I don't know what man likes that.
Mm.
What you talking about? And show me where he's at.
Mhm.
Even a submissive man is not. So show me where he's at. You see what I'm
So
saying?
you think there's a problem? There's more of a problem when a woman has never been even engaged, as opposed to having, let's say, 2 divorces under her belt.
If a woman has 2 divorces under her belt, she a problem.
What if she has 1 divorce under her belt?
She was a problem.
Now versus the woman who's never even been proposed to. Who do you think has more of a problem?
The woman who's never been proposed to.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
she has a problem.
Hmm.
Because you know why? That woman that got married probably was doing stuff. Something along the line got fucked up
Right. So something about her attracted the
to
husband in the
want to
first place, right?
mate him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So maybe she chose to invest in him, ride or
mm,
die, whatever,
mm,
whatever.
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Throw your own monkey wrench in there,
Right. Right. Okay.
right? But if the man, if you're looking at the woman like, okay, and this is why I always tell men, don't ask the body count, ask about how relationship,
Mhm.
because down to longevity. So just like the boss of the job, like how many jobs you've been to. So
Mhm.
if you're like, okay, I had 3 relationships and they were all long term, be like, okay, she got something.
Hmm.
She got something. Because why would those guys be there for so long?
Mm.
You
That makes
see?
sense. Yeah.
It can't just be sex.
Mm.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned into the Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.
Peace.